Hello, I am Henrietta Celeste Mylieb, and I am thrilled to welcome you to this insightful journey. Tonight, we delve into the heart of economics, demand, supply, and market equilibrium. These fundamental concepts shape the very fabric of our society. These concepts are not just for textbooks. They are alive and active in our daily interactions and decisions. They are the driving forces behind our everyday lives, influencing everything from the prices we pay to the availability of goods and services. And for public administrators, understanding these forces is crucial for effective governance. Public administrators manage resources. They design policies that can make or break the economic stability of a region. They aim to improve the lives of citizens by ensuring that resources are allocated efficiently and equitably. A firm grasp of demand, supply, and market equilibrium empowers them to make informed decisions that can lead to sustainable development. These decisions impact us all, from the food we eat to the jobs we hold. In this discussion, we will break down these economic principles, making them accessible and relevant to everyone. We will explore their relevance to the work of public servants, who play a pivotal role in shaping our economic landscape. Join me as we unravel the dynamics of the market and its impact on public administration. Together, we will see how these forces interact and influence our daily lives. This scene is a microcosm of the market forces we'll discuss. Each negotiation, each sale, is a reflection of the broader economic principles at play. Each interaction, each transaction, contributes to the larger economic landscape, painting a vivid picture of how our economy functions. Demand is more than just wanting something. It's a fundamental concept in economics that goes beyond mere desire. It's the willingness and ability of consumers to buy a specific quantity of a good or service at a particular price. This means that for demand to exist, consumers must not only want the product, but also have the means to purchase it. Think of it as a desire backed by purchasing power. Several factors influence demand, making it a dynamic and ever-changing aspect of the market. Price is a major one. The cost of a product can significantly affect how much of it people are willing to buy. Generally, as the price of a good rises, the quantity demanded falls. This is because higher prices may deter consumers from making a purchase. This inverse relationship is known as the law of demand. It highlights how price and demand are interconnected. Income levels also play a role. When people have more money, their purchasing power increases. As people earn more, they tend to buy more normal goods. These are items that people prefer to buy more of as their income rises. However, demand for inferior goods may decrease as income rises. Inferior goods are those that people buy less of when they have more money. Think of cheaper alternatives that people upgrade from as their income grows. These are often replaced by higher quality or branded items. The demand curve visually represents this relationship. It shows how the quantity demanded changes with price. Its downward slope reflects the law of demand. As prices drop, the quantity demanded typically increases. As we move down the curve, price decreases and quantity demanded increases. This illustrates the fundamental principles of demand in action. Now, let's shift our focus to the supply side. Supply refers to the willingness and ability of producers to offer a specific quantity of a good or service at a particular price. It's about production and availability. Just like demand, several factors influence supply. Price is a key determinant. As the price of a good rises, producers are incentivized to supply more. This direct relationship is known as the law of supply. Production costs also matter. If the cost of raw materials, labor, or other inputs increases, producers may reduce supply due to lower profit margins. The supply curve visually represents this relationship. Its upward slope reflects the law of supply. As we move up the curve, price increases and producers are willing to supply a larger quantity. Demand and supply don't exist in isolation. They interact, constantly pushing and pulling on each other in the market. This interplay determines the equilibrium price and quantity of a good or service. Imagine a seesaw. Demand represents one side and supply represents the other. When the seesaw is balanced, we have equilibrium. The point where the demand and supply curves intersect is the market equilibrium. At this point, the quantity demanded by consumers equals the quantity supplied by producers. The market clears, leaving no surplus or shortage. Section 5. Market equilibrium. Market equilibrium is a state of balance. At equilibrium, there's no pressure for the price to change. Consumers are satisfied with the quantity available at that price, and producers are content with the selling price. This balance is maintained by price mechanisms. Prices act as signals, conveying information about the relative scarcity or abundance of goods and services. However, markets are dynamic. Factors like changes in consumer preferences, input costs, or government policies can disrupt this equilibrium, leading to disequilibrium scenarios. A surplus occurs when the quantity supplied exceeds the quantity demanded at the prevailing price. This excess supply puts downward pressure on the price. Conversely, a shortage occurs when the quantity demanded exceeds the quantity supplied, putting upward pressure on the price. Section 6. Elasticity of demand. Elasticity measures how sensitive one variable is to changes in another. It is a crucial concept in economics that helps us understand the relationship between different economic factors. In economics, we often talk about the elasticity of demand, which tells us how responsive the quantity demanded is to changes in price, income, or the price of related goods. This responsiveness can vary greatly depending on the type of product and the circumstances surrounding its purchase. Price elasticity of demand, or PED, is particularly important. It helps businesses and policymakers understand how a change in price might affect the overall demand for a product. It measures how much the quantity demanded changes in response to a price change. For example, if the price of a product increases, will consumers buy significantly less of it, or will their purchasing habits remain largely unchanged? If a small price change leads to a significant change in quantity demanded, demand is considered elastic. This means consumers are highly responsive to price changes and may quickly switch to alternatives if prices rise. If demand remains relatively unchanged despite price fluctuations, it is considered inelastic. In such cases, consumers continue to purchase the product even if the price increases, often because they see it as a necessity. For instance, luxury cars typically have elastic demand. These are non-essential items, and consumers can delay their purchase or choose cheaper alternatives if prices rise. A price increase might significantly reduce demand as consumers opt for cheaper alternatives. This is because luxury items are often seen as discretionary purchases. Essential medications, on the other hand, often have inelastic demand. These are products that people need regardless of their financial situation or price changes. People rely on them regardless of price fluctuations. Understanding the elasticity of demand helps businesses and policymakers make informed decisions about pricing, production, and policy. Section 7. The role of government. Governments play a crucial role in the market economy. They can influence demand and supply through various policies and interventions. Taxes, for example, can impact supply. A tax on producers can increase production costs, leading to a decrease in supply. Subsidies, on the other hand, can lower production costs and encourage increased supply. Governments also regulate markets to address market failures, promote competition, and protect consumers. Understanding the dynamics of demand and supply is essential for crafting effective and well-informed policies. The decisions made within those walls have far-reaching consequences, influencing everything from the prices we pay to the availability of essential goods and services. Section 8. Public Administration Applications. For public administrators, a strong grasp of demand, supply, and market equilibrium is invaluable. These concepts are applied in various areas, including policy design. Understanding how policies might impact demand and supply is crucial for crafting effective interventions. For example, when designing a subsidy program, policymakers need to consider how it might affect the supply of the subsidized good or service. Resource allocation. Public administrators often face scarce resources. Understanding demand helps prioritize resource allocation to areas of greatest need. Market interventions. In cases of market failures such as monopolies or externalities, public administrators can use their knowledge of demand and supply to design interventions that promote efficiency and fairness. By analyzing these economic forces, public administrators can make more informed choices that benefit society as a whole. Section 9. Conclusion. In closing, demand, supply, and market equilibrium are not just abstract economic theories. They are the forces that shape our daily lives, influencing the prices we pay, the choices we make, and the availability of goods and services. For public administrators, understanding these concepts is not optional, it's essential. By grasping the dynamics of the market, public servants can make informed decisions that promote economic efficiency, social equity, and the well-being of the citizens they serve. Thank you for joining me tonight.